Hello, everybody, and welcome to an absolutely amazing game called MMORPG Tycoon 2. Now, I didn't even know there was an MMORPG Tycoon 1. Maybe it isn't one of those either, but this is absolutely fantastic. So, first things first, like you see in the top left hand corner, it says Guild Wars 3. Yeah, I created that for a laugh and started playing, and then I realized, oh wow, how good is this game? So let me explain what exactly is going on before we zoom in and start messing about. Now, this game allows you to create your own little MMORPG. Now, when you first start, you've got a bunch of different styles that you can choose to try and get a certain type of audience interested. But once you start actually creating your world, you can change that how you see fit. So I wouldn't work. I'm not going to go through the whole starting process and building your very first zone and your initial marketing campaign and all those other goodies. Instead, I'm actually going to jump straight ahead and show you what is actually going to happen later on in the game as you start progressing, because that's where the real interesting stuff comes in. Now, this game is still in development. The devs of, well, let's just say they're shooting for the sky on this one, and I just hope they hit it, because this could be truly amazing. So let's zoom in a moment and show you exactly what's going on. So here's one of my zones. Let's zoom all the way in. Hey, here we go. So you can create your zones. You assign levels to them. So if I jump out and look at my grid, I've currently got 2 level 1 starting zones, 2 2s, a 3, a 4, a 5, 2 6s, a 7, and an 8. The levels at the moment can go all the way up to level 20. So people can create characters and level all the way up to level 20. But it's not a quick level. These players have been playing for quite some time, and I've been playing for quite a lot of time. This is not a rush kind of game. This is the devil in the details. It really is. So first things first, you can go in and you can just start, placing buildings and scenery and grass. I know some of the sizes of some of these objects don't really gel very well. I think the devs are planning to sort some of that out, but they've got so many other things that they're doing in this game. I think it's a case of, right, let the devs get on doing what the devs are going to do, and the rest of us can just ride this until they catch up a bit. So what is exactly going on here? Now, people join the game, so it is a starting zone for you. This is one of my starting towns. I've got 2 starting zones. A new player, when they buy the game, they will come in. There you go. This one just bought the game. They've come in level 1. They've created a rogue, a thief, and they started talking to the quest giver straight away. And I can click on that person that's just come in, and I can see that, hey, here we go. They've got no experience. They've literally just logged in. They like doing exploring, avoiding their spouse. They can play, for 6 hours a day between 9 and 3. They have nothing. They have some money. They're already addicted to the game. They've started playing it. That's why I can see their bank balance. It's their history of what they've done so far and their stats of like how happy they are, etc. I mean, they've literally just logged in, so I'm not expecting anything to happen there. And they can pick up quests from quest givers. We'll go into some of the detail in a minute, but yeah, I've allocated quests for people to do stuff. And they'll go off and get treasure. They can buy weapons, go to the tavern and meet friends, get a room in the inn, which is kind of like player housing. buy stuff from shops and all that kind of thing. And then you build zones, you create monsters, you create encounters. I mean, I got so many zones. I will show you some of the features as we go along, but I'm kind of at the moment lost with regards to just how much there is to show you and where to start. Because this game is just got so much. Yeah, we can put down flight paths so people can fly around. Hello, World of Warcraft. Between zones. I mean, they can walk. So yeah, I mean, the premise is simple. I build zones and quests and monsters, and people will log in and play. And if they're happy, let's click on some of these people here. This guy here, he's happy. He's addicted. He hasn't done a lot. He wants some loot. I'm not quite sure what kind of person he is. He's a socializer, so he doesn't really care. He's just here to talk to people and have a laugh with his friends. Oh, he's just travelled off somewhere, I think, on a bird or something. So somebody else. This guy's a killer. He wants a bit of PvP action. He likes doing a gold farmer. We'll come to that in a minute. His weapon is rubbish, but he's got some money. He's addicted to the game. He's already put money aside to pay for next month's subscription fee. Yeah, and it's tells you what your players are up to. Now you can unlock technologies as well as a developer to allow people to PvP, to group up, to go into dungeons, there's a whole load of technologies. Sadly, I can't actually show you them unless I get enough things going on to release another level feature update. So when I get to 9.0, I can go to the tech tree and pick a different tech or some more tech to unlock. Right, let's get into some of the menus and just show you how in depth and crazy this game is. First things first, let's show you the design menu. So I have created 8 character classes for people to play. Scouts, Paladins, Sages, blah, blah, blah. So this is to show you how crazy it's going to be. When I click on one of these classes, it tells you, first of all, what PvP kind of tier they are. How many people are calling for buffs, how many people are calling for nerfs. So people are actually quite happy with the Scout. I assign what its level 1 stats are, and then as it goes up levels, it'll multiply. Speed won't multiply, that's their base movement. But then I can create abilities. And these abilities are really in depth. So I've created like up level 16 abilities on this character class so far, but I mean I can go to here. We can do I don't know, let's create something called Death from Above. We'll give it a icon. I don't know, any kind of icon. It's going to the ranger's going to throw it. The elf's going to throw a bomb. We'll say that the range is going to be missile, so it's range, but it's not too far away. We'll say it does 10 base damage to start with. Game's just going to quick save moment. And then we can click what other abilities it's got. So we can say, okay, well, we can do. We'll stun them as well for 4 seconds. This power the ranger can only use if they expend 4 mana. Fight is expensive. 4 mana. They can only do it once every 10 seconds, and it's a 1 second cast. So there we go. We've created an ability. We can go in. We can make some effects for it. It'll be an attack. It'll be the pathing will be missile type, so it'll boom. The effect can be. I want a big splash. So yeah, it can be like a watery effect, but I want it to be like that. Boom. More like a fireball, but hey, there you go. There's an effect. I can apply that. I can also save that as a prefab. So I can allocate the same ability to other things later on. So there you go. It's got a death from above ability at level 18. I can go in and I can also mess with the model. I can recolor it, change the legs and arms and all kinds of stuff to make my own looking character. You can do this for all of your characters. So my paladin's currently an S tier. Okay, people are moaning, saying that it needs a nerf. So I mean, what kind of abilities has this got? Like a nerf? What's this prayer do? It's a self-only ability. Let's drop the protection down to 7 seconds. It's not much of a nerf, but just give him a little bit of a nerf. The Sage, it's a D tier. Oh dear, the Sage needs a bit of a boost. He's more of like the utility character that goes in the party and heals people and drains mana. But tell you what, let's boost their Fire Lance. It's a 4-second cooldown. Let's do 9 damage over 3 seconds. And see if that if it takes a while for them to update the tier. But we'll see how that goes. The orcs. Yeah, people are happy with that. My thief. I've nerfed this thief so many times, but it still seems to be an S tier. I'll try and see if I can nerf it some more. I've got dwarves. This will be fine. Bads are fine. And people can play wolves. And they're happy with that too. Wolves are like super fast. Wolf people can play. They're... he just took down that orc. They're not that good on the solo play. Unless they're doing like fetch missions, deliver a message, or going off and killing a boss on their own. Yeah, not so good. But hey, different things for different people. The explorers will probably love playing wolves because they can quickly run around the map. Now, that was for characters, but you've got the same for creating monsters, and these monsters you can go into and you can go through and add them abilities. They're different levels. You're not really able to place. Well, we'll come down to placing monsters and epic monsters. Bosses are on their way. Boss monsters and dungeons are on their way. That's the next major update. At the moment, we can only lay down epics. And what I mean by epics is in here, we have, this is a zone that spawns by Black Rock Camp. And it's spawning orcs. It's currently, that's when they're alive, as many combats are going on. See people have killed, how many players they've killed. How well decorated my area is, all that kind of stuff. I can change the density. It shows me how effective the monsters are at killing players. You don't want them to be too effective, but you do want some players to die. Otherwise, it's too easy. So you kind of need to get a nice balance. So that tells you what's going on in here at the moment. But as you can see, there's this guy here. He's not a normal spawned orc. He's actually a elite Blackrock Orc level 3. There's probably a couple more elites in this camp, I think. I can't remember how many elites I've put in this camp. I think I've created like an archer elite and a mage elite and some other stuff for these orcs. Oh, some guy's trying to solo him. Go on, mage. Go on, mage. Oh, Scream's going to pause because they're saving. Go on, mage. Wait for the save to finish. He's going for it. He's doing... Oh, he's dead. To say he was doing well. Now, you can actually click on the players if you really want to intervene. Oh, they're having a bit of PvP contest. Crazy people. Now, I can actually click on these as well. Watch them as they fight. And their mana. And not actually in a party. That's not under the solo person. If I click on the solo person, their mana, their health. If they've got rage instead of mana, it'll show rage instead. If they've got both. Paladins in my game have got both rage and mana for different abilities. But I can actually heal them and stuff if I want to. More fun than that, you can actually decide to do like a special event, and I can take over a cool monster if I can find one around here. There's some skeleton warrior here. I can actually take control of said skeleton warrior. Why is it not taking control of my skeleton warrior? Let's do that again. Take control. Boom. Oh, I gotta hold it down. Keep forgetting to hold down the key. So here we go. I'm now playing the Skeleton Warrior. And yeah, I could walk into town and I've gained the Skeleton Warrior's abilities and I could fight players and stuff. The Skeleton Warrior's not moving very fast, so hey, that could be quite a long expedition. Oop, for me to go into town with the Skeleton Warrior. Right, so that's the design of monsters and character classes. Oh, I see they're all teaming up to go on parties now. They're grouping up to go and mash monsters as a party. 2 dwarves, a thief, and a direwolf. Awesome. Oh, no, they're going to go fly? No, they're going to go and fight. So what else do we have in here? Now there's NPCs. It's kind of an extension of monsters because you can actually set, although they're called monsters, if you want them to be like guards in towns, as though you've got somebody that's, let me show you one. Let me show you one. Over in the Underdark. Can't really do an Underdark. The best I can do for an Underdark is this. There's no caves. You go in here, it's all, I've set the coloration of the sky to be black and that. But in here, there is, it's actually not this. It's not this one. It's this one actually. It's this zone here. In this zone here, we have a camp of dark dwarves, which is a monster. But I set one of the dark dwarves to be a quest giver. So he's a friendly dark dwarf and you can get quests off him. And basically he wants to overthrow the dark dwarf elites and become boss himself. So he's actually killing some of the dark dwarves nearby. So players can talk to him and yeah, get quests and go off and help him out. Now, the quests don't have to just be kill X, Y, or Z. They can be all sorts of crazy stuff, like go and get my socks from a building and stuff like that. Now, I just want to quickly restart some ad campaigns. So let me just go and restart some ad campaigns. Ad campaigns. Award. So I've currently got websites like this. I want to do a game expo. I want to do magazine. There we go. Get to ad campaigns going. I'll show you that menu in a minute. So there you can see we can do all kinds of goodies with the various monsters and players in this game. Now comes a more complicated bit. Now, this itself probably requires a video all of its own, which I would show at some point if people want me to go into depth. XP and leveling, the quest rewards are quite complex and allow you to basically balance your game to decide what rate people level up at, how much experience they're getting from monsters, from quests, from doing fetch missions, how much money they're making. As standard, you can go in to every single quest and allocate XP and gold yourself for the quest manually. However, the amount of money, amount of XP and loot they get from killing monsters, if they just go off and kill monsters without doing quests, is determined by those tables. So you need to manage those tables as well to basically say, okay, you can go off and kill monsters if you want without a quest, but I don't want you to just zoom up and level up instantly by killing 2 or 3 monsters, because that's not really going to work. So, okay, right. Next up, so we have class trainers. They're going to need class trainers so that when they level up, they can get their new skills. They want to buy potions for healing, say weapons and things like that. So you need to put down all the various different shops. You can charge in-game gold and real money. So for those of you that want to do the whole microtransaction thing and decide how much, you could make a free game if you want, no subscription base, but then you can get all the money from micros. Or you could do a bit of both. On my world here, I have a little bit of both. What I mean by that is, so all their shops here are for gold, but if they manage to discover this little elven settlement thing here, there's a shop here that will sell. Oh no, that's actually not the right one. That's the wrong one. That's not the cosmetic one. Is it in here? I thought I said that cosmetics. Oh, this is a cosmetic. Okay, well, there you go. This is a cosmetic shop, and I'm selling here for real money. So for $1, they can buy cosmetics. So 17 people today have bought cosmetics, but there you go. I've gained like nearly $2,000 from that shop selling very cheap cosmetics. I've got some more expensive cosmetics. I say I've got a hidden one. I thought that was the hidden one, but I've got a hidden one somewhere. It's quite expensive. What's this area like over here? Undead cosmetics. $5 per cosmetic. Yeah, people haven't got to this zone yet. This zone's a level 6 zone. And most of my players, if I want to see how my players are doing, currently around the level 2 to 3. I've got one crazy guy off on his own at level 7. I think he's hacking. We'll come to hacking in a minute. So you've got things here, how many subscribers you've got, how many of them like doing all the achievements, like trying to do all the quests, how many people are interested really about PvP and just killing things, how many people want world lore and not interested necessarily in doing quests and just want to go around. Now many people just want to jump on and talk to their friends. So you're trying to please different crowds, get a rating in MMORPG. Oh, my buzz is quite low. I normally get my buzz around about 500. You got the advertising, what your level curve is like. It's a list of current online subscribers. Why I'd want a list of thousands of subscribers, I don't know. My current finances, that's a very difficult chart to look at. The easier chart to look for finances is this one. Which basically says I've just gone and spent a lot on advertising, so I'm currently losing money, but it's fine. Okay, where to go next? Now, this game is quite complex. It goes into network, server loads, allocating bandwidth. Yeah, you got the crazy part whereby you literally have to manage your server load. Insane. Now, here you can buy new land pieces, but this generated land that the games give me, I don't have to have this generated land. I can click on an area and say, okay, well, let's raise that zone, and so that's now a zone at the sea. It's mostly sunk, or I can sink it back under the sea. I can do what I want really, with regards to the shape of the world. That's pretty cool. This is for me to place NPCs and monster camps. This is for me to place pathing and flying. As I said, built all kinds of goodies there. Right, next. Cheating and hacking. Yes, of course, you can. Now, you have to hire. So you have to hire developers and GMs to do different tasks. Now, your developers will fix bugs. So each building will have any bugs it currently has. So these are all pretty good state. Now, over time, randomly, some bugs will creep in and a few buildings will gain a few bugs. And the developers will go around and squish them. The developers have to physically travel around and squish them. They don't have characters, but there'll be little flying arrows. Now and again, there's little flying arrows flying around the map. Sure if we're going to see any. That's actually somebody flying on a bird. Oh, there's a flying arrow. There you go. That's a developer. He's going around and he's just fixing some bugs on buildings and things. So that's what devs do. The GMs will try and keep cheating to a minimum. And anybody that gets stuck, they will unstuck them. So if I go on the map, if I go on my report, let's see if we can find somebody that's stuck a minute. Probably not many because I haven't got many bugs. Anybody stuck in that house? There you go. There's a guy who's stuck. Yeah? Stuck. I click on him, I can unstuck him myself. There you go. So he's got probably stuck in a bit of terrain or some strange thing. Now, the worse buildings get with regards to any bugs they've got, the more people will get stuck and start freaking out. So you need to make sure you've got enough developers to basically keep all the bugs at bay so that all your player base looks have freaking out because they can't actually play anymore. And then, of course, if they do that for a while, they will unsubscribe, as you'd expect. Now, cheating. I have a tool here that allows me to go and scan for cheaters. And my best area is usually my starting zones. Here we go. Somebody here has a speed hack. Let's give him a warning. Boom, give him a warning. What else we got around here? Oh, somebody here. Oh, a couple of this person just found a way to dupe items. I'm definitely going to give him a warning. Oh, and there was somebody else over by here to spot as well. There's somebody else with a speed hack. Can't use it at the moment because he's for the party, but I'm still going to send him a warning. Now, I tend to go around and focus on my level 1 and level 2 areas, catch players really early and give them a warning. That deters them from actually doing it again. Now, if you keep on top of your hackers, by the time you get to something like a level 3 zone or higher, I don't really get anybody trying to hack. I just spotted two. Let's just warn this guy. Boom, you want to make sure you actually get the right guy. If I click the wrong guy, then I'll be upsetting. But let me just quickly jump to level 4 area. There's probably not many people in this area because most people are not here yet. Now, here we go. If I find somebody at this level that has what I consider to be a serious hack, which is this duping hack, I will check his status, his character, when he comes to that rock. Here he comes. So which one is it? It's the one at the front. Check his status to see if he's ever had a warning before. Is it this first warning? No. He'll under his tags it'll say he's been warned. Because it's his first offense, I am gonna send him a warning. If he'd already been warned before, I can ban him. Just kick him out. Yeah. So you do actually have to do a little bit of real life checking the health of your game to make sure people aren't cheating too much. Now, you've also got the ability to manage the prices that things sell at, whether or not you charge them for having player housing. If they've got player housing, whatever, then they will log out if they can at the inn. You can make sure you have enough inn capacity for the amount of people logged into that zone. How busy is this zone right now? Ooh, that's close. So you've got 400 capacity left. It'll run out of housing at that point. Now, that means people will just log out wherever they stand, and they don't like that. They will be unhappy the fact that they don't have anywhere to go back to, no portal home to go and log out. But you can charge for housing, you can charge for all kinds of things. How much you want to charge for their potions of healing, all this kinds of crazy stuff. I mean, I think that's enough for one video. I've done 30 minutes so far on this video, and there's so much more to cover. I mean, it's crazy how much the devs have got planned for this. How much in depth they could potentially go if they want to. I mean, if we can get it so that you can potentially have different skin updates for various classes that you could assign as well for different armors. I mean, there's so many different things that we could add into this game if the devs wanted to go that mad, that the sky is the limit. But you can see at the moment, my next goal for subscriber goal, I'm only at 25,000 or 25,000 subscribers. My next milestone is 100,000 subs. So my world will to get even to the next milestone has to have 4 times as many people running around than I currently have, which is just insane. But I say the characters can go up to level 20 at the moment, and I've got more than enough landmass to do zones up to level 20. I got up to level 8 at the moment. So I got a couple of zones with more than ones. I could, in theory, add more level 1, 2, and 3 zones sort of thing to add more pathways in. But yeah, man, I mean, the sky is the limit with this game, as well as your computer being the limit, because God only knows how resource heavy this could be. At the moment, my computer's actually running really low. It's not even bothered, even with all this stuff going on, all these fights, all these NPCs, everything fighting and moving. It's not bothered. But I could imagine, with like 2 million subscribers, 20 zones, all the monsters and dungeons, and it's just, I mean, this game is just so epic. It is just beyond anything I could have thought of that somebody would create. It literally is create your own MMORPG and watch everybody go around. And you even get those memories like you'd get in real, um, morgues. I'm thinking of things like, if you play WoW, you remember everybody being outside. I can't remember what that starting forest is now for the good guys where people are PvPing there. Well, there was a spate while this town was, you know, during the launch when this place was crazy busy, that everybody was just PvPing in this area. I hadn't unlocked party grouping up at that point. And I think a lot of the players were thinking that the monsters were potentially a little bit too tough to solo. So they spent a lot of their time instead just dueling each other. And there were just massive PvP battles going on. It was just insane. And so you get these great memories of just thinking of places on the map whereby crazy stuff was happening. And one of the texts to unlock that the dev hasn't finished scripting yet is like PvP arenas. I would love to show you the tech tree at some point, just to show you the kind of crazy stuff that is in the works. But yeah, I mean, what can I say? This game is absolutely amazing. It's MMORPG Tycoon 2. It's on Steam. I definitely recommend it for anybody that loves being creative and would love to do something like, create their own little pirate bay down here I've got going on with my pirates. Where's my pirates? I think players have killed all my pirates. It is for me pirates. I can alter the density so there's a lot more pirates, but I stunned the pirate. And then he's running away and heal himself. God, mage. Yay. Actually, I think that was a thief with a wand. I don't want to know. Anyway, and that's enough. Oh, there's an elite pirate. Come on, we have a battle with elite pirate. Let's just watch this one go. Oh, the pad is dead. Fantastic. I think this needs actually a little bit more like scenery. I don't know about you, but I think just a couple of rocks on the shore, a few little, just to spruce it up a little bit. I mean, just put down a few little bits and pieces. We've got some barrels. Need some barrels of ale, don't we? Let's put some barrels down. Yeah, we kind of need to make this area a little bit more interesting. There's a dead thing there. We'll put a body behind it. There you go. Fantastic. Right, so that's enough from me. I definitely go and try this game out if you want. Countless hours of fun, hundreds and hundreds of hours of fun, and I can see myself, getting very in depth with the nuances of adding lore and naming the quest properly and having it, thinking about what's going on in the world and naming the different characters, like, this got to be the mayor and it's got to be something else, and writing the scripts up for the quest to say, oh yeah, go and get orders to this soldier, and just being really nuanced with adding depth and personality to my world. I mean, I've started naming inns the in and out, the dusty inn. I mean, some of these are pretty poor. I mean, I've got any better inns. Floating boat inn. Yeah. Anyway, And that's enough from me. I hope you enjoy the game. See you all next time.